It's wonderful to have Saif Ali Khan and Arjun Kapoor with us. The promo of Bhoot Police is really wacky and very interesting. We're looking forward to that. Pleasure having you guys on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
All right, so unanimously, the response of the trailer is really good. Were you guys expecting it, or were you a bit
We
surprised?
were hoping.
You were hoping.
Yeah, but it was a nice movie. It was a
Right.
lovely script. It's beautifully shot, and it's come together well. It's got very handsome young men in it, and it's so. I was hoping the trailer would be good.
Right.
You know, and it is.
It's a well cut trailer actually. Story bhi hai. You get a
Actually, I
sense
loved
of
the trailer from the first
Yeah, it's
time
quite
I
well
saw
cut,
it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Normally, you want to fiddle with the trailer slightly.
Right.
Ye thoda ye karo, ye karo.
Yeah.
But this, I saw it and I said, that's great.
No, it's really cool. And you've believed a lot in the film because earlier the star
Yes.
cast was
Yeah.
slightly different, but
Yeah, and the production was different.
and
the whole
the
journey,
journey,
right.
and I think even before it came to me, I think from 5-6 years, Pawan
Right.
has been has written
Yeah.
and has been marketing to make this movie.
right.
So how it ended up with me, and then it nearly went away, and then he stood by me and fought for me, and I fought for him,
Right.
and then it ended up. Ramesh ji, Akshay Puri, fantastic producer.
Of course.
And then this lovely star cast. And when Arjun came on board, we got a chance to make a bigger film with more of a budget and all these things that the producers brought so much to the table. It was great.
Right. So you're getting bigger budgets now. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Both of us together.
I think more than that, it just I was aware of this film for so long because the industry knew Saif's passion project and he had spoken a couple of times, and I know he had almost left some other films to back this film, so I knew how
Right.
passionate he was. So
Exactly.
when it came to me, I was so happy. He had already said yes. कई बार 2 hero films या ensembles में ना, you always get worried. अच्छा मैं तो अपना role करूँगा, लेकिन बाकी casting कैसे होगी? How will it all fit into place?
Right.
And I think the reason he backed it is because only he can do this role, and I was so happy doing it. The budget is incidental because in COVID anyways you would have needed a slightly bigger budget to make the film the kind of scale the film needed. We had to go away. So maybe I added to that incentive, but more than that I think from a producer's point of view it becomes an interesting poster, right? I think these days you don't get to see too many two heroes and these ensemble cast films. So
Right.
it was exciting to know that I am bringing value to the film to be able to make a better film more than bigger film.
No, definitely. I think you're having some very interesting projects. But you know what I'm personally very happy with is looking at you right now. It's like the way you have transformed yourself.
Thank you.
So where is this inspiration coming from?
Such kahu,
Reformed, transformed, reformed.
Reformed.
Back to how we were.
yeah, going back to the roots. I think COVID में बहुत बुरी चीजें हुई हम सबके साथ,
जी,
and we've
जी.
all got stuck in a situation. But I also got a little bit of time to introspect, and कहीं ना कहीं I was turning 36. It's not a big age if you look at it in terms of lifespan. But in my head, I thought, yeah, if I want to do this profession seriously for the rest of my life,
Right.
I have to give it a little more effort and a little more intensity and a little more energy and a little more positivity rather than just riding the wave of saying, अच्छा काम मिल रहा है करते रहो. I want to push myself and do better. That process started from there. When my last birthday, I decided, I'm going to make sure that I go back to looking and feeling my best. I owe it to the job. It's not about whether I'm a good actor or not. I have to also look like somebody who you should pay money
Of
to come and
course.
watch on the big screen.
Of course.
तो एक ट्यूबलाइट जगी कोविड में घर पे बैठ के कई बार इंट्रोस्पेक्ट करने से कुछ अच्छा हो भी जाता है. देन व्हेन आई केम ऑन भूत पुलिस सेट यार फरीदून आई रियलाइज ये बात करें बजट की, यू रियलाइज यू आर गोइंग टू मेक दिस बिग बजट हॉरर कॉमेडी ensemble कास्ट, गुड लुकिंग पीपल, यू आर गेटिंग टू टेल अ स्टोरी, एंड देन दैट pushes you even more when you're on a set and you realize I need to look even better. And then I got offered villain and I realized I have to do an action film where I have to face off against another action hero. So with that momentum kept building and I also kept pushing myself at it.
It's basically working with John Abrahams made him lose weight. That's what he's saying. He's
No,
like, okay, all right.
It started by sitting alone at home and saying maybe nobody will work with me if I continue looking
no.
like this. Then
Right.
Saif worked with me. Then now John's working with me. So it just added momentum, and today you're seeing the result of maybe almost 12 to 14 months of discipline and dedication.
No, definitely.
जो पहले था वापस आया है थोड़ा सा.
No, sure, for sure. All right. So when Saif Ali Khan says the dialogue or GST, uncle, और कोई एक्टर कहेगा बट द वे सैफ अली खान सेज देयर इज वो अपने आप से उसमें एक चकल आता है कि एक
I
मोमेंट
just thought it's a really funny line. I don't know why.
It is very funny.
कई लोगों को नरेट की थी घर पे भी कि ये है सीन and nobody laughed, smiled. They said, okay, whatever. I just thought it's really funny.
It is.
When I read the script, I started smiling at that line. कि यहाँ पे music
I
आएगा.
love how you're disappointed. और GST uncle.
But your reaction is very funny at that time. Like,
My reaction.
oh
Can
no,
we just get the hell out of
Kareena,
here? Yeah.
like please.
Again.
How much? कितना लूटोगे?
when you say go Kichkandi go, so it reminds you of go Corona go as well.
Yeah, that's
might not be the most effective remedy. that's the humor behind it. It's like, could this work? Maybe it'll work. If you have faith, it will work. But just give me some money.
Right.
ढोंगी
that's my
आदमी कुछ भी
character.
इस्तेमाल कर सकता है ना, तो his characters like that. He uses any situation to try and milk the situation, anything to milk the situation.
Right. And you know, the interesting part is that in recent times there have been a few horror comedies, but I think I was just watching one of the videos where there's this guy who just did a review of the promo, and usually he's rather
Not nice.
not nice,
Okay.
but the way he was just narrating the entire thing, and I think it made sense in terms of horror comedies, the way they have come in recent times, Three and Ruhi and all. So,
I think there's one guy
there
who
is
does all
different-
the ghosts, and I need to have a chat with him and the
Doing the
director.
VFX.
Yeah, and say, एक ही भूत है क्या अपनी industry में? There's just this one actor who plays a booth every time. They all look the same. And say, oh, I've
You're
seen.
mad,
Do all ghosts look alike?
Destroy the genre.
No.
Sorry.
This is a
But
this
we
is
have to change that.
I'm hoping our film does some bit of it.
right. So you know, generally it seems different. You know, जो proverbial जो एक different होता है वो लग रहा है प्रोमो देख के. एंड इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट एक ये भी है कि आप लोग ऑफ लेट क्या हुआ है कि हम प्रोमोज या फिल्मों की देखते हैं तो पता चलता है पूरी फिल्म की कहानी बता दी गई. इसमें सिर्फ मोन्टाजेस हैं. यू नो देयर इज दोस विग्नेट्स एंड यू इट जस्ट इग्नाइट्स क्यूरियोसिटी फॉर यू टू जस्ट लुक फॉरवर्ड टू वाचिंग द फिल्म, व्हिच आई थिंक इज ऑलवेज अ गुड थिंग.
आई थिंक जो अच्छी बात है विद भूत पुलिस ना, एक तो ये है कि इट्स नॉट टिपिकली बेस्ड कि एक छोटे शहर में दो गलियों की कहानी. आई थिंक द स्टोरी टेलिंग ऑफ इट ऑल्सो इज वी गो फ्रॉम वन एंड ऑफ द कंट्री टू अनदर. इट्स अ डिफरेंट वर्ल्ड ऑल टुगेदर. जब हम पहुंचते हैं डलहौजी धर्मशाला जहाँ हमने शूट किया, इट्स आई थिंक विजुअली इट्स न्यू ऑल्सो टू सी दैट. ऑल्सो इट्स एन एडवेंचर. यू नो, हॉरर कॉमेडी इज अ वे ऑफ मे बी सेलिंग इट. आप टाइटल सुनो या ट्रेलर देखो तो हॉरर है, कॉमेडी है, लेकिन अगर आप देखो तो दो भाइयों की कहानी है, एक एडवेंचर है. जो हमारी वैन है, जो पूरा मिलियू सेटअप किया डायरेक्टर ने, एक तांत्रिक और भूतों की दुनिया. यू नो, there's a sense of world in the film. I think that is also why you can get a sense कि अच्छा, I want to know what that book is. I want to know why these guys are dressed like this. I want to know why this van is a certain way. Why is Yami come here? Who is? So the curiosity comes from, I think, the space. Horror comedy से थोड़ी खोल के, I think the director has used the production design and the cinematography and the technicalities to make a slightly more wholesome film in that
It's
sense.
a proper adventure movie. Like it could be any two guys and in any job who kind of just go on but of course the journey of the supernatural is fascinating in it. And like where they start, where they go, how they argue, what do they believe, like characters have arcs. They're different people at the end than they are at the beginning. And it's about fathers and sons and brothers and
An
belief.
ideological conflict.
Yeah, and you know, and these kind of. So it's, when you read the script, when we read the script, when I read the script, I thought this is a proper film. It's not just a superficial kind of, you know, comedy with, because that's been done. You can't make another horror comedy unless you have something new to say.
Yeah, right.
हाँ, मतलब सिर्फ genre के लिए नहीं बन रही फिल्म. उसमें the characters have a journey, like he's saying. Like the difference of opinion, believer versus non-believer, is a very interesting thing. But we've not seen this kind of friction between two characters, and they don't have to hate each other.
Right.
Two brothers can be different, you know. And I found that quite interesting to have. एक पाखंडी है, दूसरा नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी मदद करता है उसकी, ना चाहते हुए भी. तो I found it quite fascinating.
No, it's interesting for sure. Okay, सैफ, मेरी आपसे जैसे पिछली बार भी जब बात हुई थी Zoom call पे before Tandav, so we just discussed the fact that you are, I think, having a dream run right now.
Right.
I'm primarily talking about the on-screen version. You're very in news otherwise as well. So we are not getting into that. But एक you know एक बहुत ही रेयर होता है एक्टर्स के लिए कि अगर कोई एक्टर फिल्म में है या किसी प्रोजेक्ट में है, वेब शो में है, एंड यू आर लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू दैट शो और फिल्म जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ दैट एक्टर.
Wow.
and you are in that zone right now.
Amazing. That's so nice of you. Thank you.
Right. No,
It'd be great
I'm
to
sure
have
that. I think Arjun,
Yeah.
Arjun is someone who understands movies really well. But so, आपके लिए as an actor, enjoy करना कितना ज़रूरी है, you know? And right now the way things are, you can get into a web show right now, you know? There is no
I'm
restriction
saying all
on
my
films
life,
itself.
all my life in movies, I've been just trying to go through different things. Initially, you're trying to survive, trying to get better. I've also been very scared and insecure and worried about so many things, you know. And I'm trying to get to a point, I think I'm feeling it, where I'm not so worried anymore and feeling I can commit more to a film by just playing the role and really losing myself, getting more involved, hopefully even more in the future, of just being part of that story, that role, and balancing my life that I can give 100% to that thing, find a new way of doing it, find something to be excited about the character, how to make him remarkable somehow, okay? And then come home and go on holiday or get involved with the family and things like this. So trying to balance those things and trying not to be insecure and scared about survival in the industry, which is such an important thing.
Of course.
But if you can be a little less worried about that, like I'm literally like, what's the worst thing that can happen? Worst thing happen, I won't work. But I mean, I've worked a lot, you know. Let me take a chance. Let me enjoy this in a slightly different way. Because you can't worry forever. I'm already 51. I mean, you know, as far as I'm concerned, like, you know, if you shut it down tomorrow because of something going wrong, we'll manage, you know. I hope not ever. My life is working. But there's some shift that has happened. I don't know how it's happened, maybe growing up or getting used to something. But something has happened where I'm not so worried about, you know, just not insecure about it as much as I used to be. So maybe that's
Right.
something is happening correctly in the sense that I think people, the audience has always appreciated people who are willing to commit 100% to a role. But sometimes I've not been in the mental state to be able to do that. I hope I am now.
So I was reading one of your interviews, you've said about Dil Chahta, it completed 20 years recently, that you were not sure whether you want to do it because according to you it seemed like a third lead, but Amir convinced you into doing it. Now, when you look back, do you think that maybe it was the starting point when you really started doing
It really
films
was,
or-
and I guess there are lessons to learn. And I did. I think I was doing a couple of small movies where I was playing a lead. And I did think, and I remember sitting with Amir somewhere in Bandra in a car, and I said, you know, he's like, are you doing the movie? Because I think he was trying to get a cast that he was interested in for his film. And I think he cares about the project holistically, which is, maybe I've learned a little bit of that. So I'm so happy Arjun did this movie. And he said, you know, the mounting of this film is much bigger than anything you're doing, and just do this.
Right.
And I'm of course I'm glad I did.
This is a quiz on horror comedies in Bollywood. So there's a
I don't
question.
think either of us will be very good
Yeah.
with it.
There's a question. I'll give you options quickly, and
Okay.
please let me finish the options, and then you can go for it.
Okay.
Whoever wants to, and whoever is right gets the point. And
Oh, you got a present, have you?
it's very precious. It's a very fine speaker. That's worth fighting for.
It's a speaker?
G.
Oh,
G.
great. You can use
Right.
that in makeup.
Right. Absolutely. And it's really cool. Okay, so let's start. People have fought for it. Like
Okay. Yeah, I've
Really?
Amazon.
Yeah,
Seriously.
yeah.
Okay. You only got one.
I've got two. There's the rapid fire, so one
should
can-
be a loser's thing, and one should be the
I
winner.
think Bebo and we have also fought for this.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
That video is still okay. So
It's still
It's still viral.
it still gets a response. Yeah.
Because Bebo was having chai and in her own world while doing the interview. I remember then in the quiz she had woken up and got active.
No, no. So I asked him because it was about Key and Ka, that what is the cost of potatoes in the market,
Yeah.
and Arjun
God.
Kapoor said 4 times the actual cost.
And then Bebo has also said she had revealed आपकी list बहुत लंबी है of all the keys and cars in your life and all. She had said some rubbish that
Oh
day.
my God.
She's a mess, yeah, Bebo. But anyways, we are digressing.
All right. How well do you know Bollywood horror comedies? Let's find out. So, question. I give you options. Let
We
me
would have
finish the
made
options,
changes
please.
in our script if we knew about it. अरे ये तो हुआ है. नहीं.
Which of the following actors was not a part of the film Stree? Pankaj Tripathi, Rajpal Yadav, Vijay Raj, Apar Shakti Khurana.
Rajpal Yadav.
Rajpal, no,
He's right.
Rajpal Yadav?
Yeah, so I
Yes,
think
sorry,
you have to be
sorry.
quick.
Rajpal Yadav is an our film.
Yeah.
1-0.
Wasn't
So
Stree.
Arjun is 1. Okay. This is In the film Bhool Bhulaiya, what was Vidya Balan's name? Radha, Geeta, Bani,
Radha.
Avni.
Radha.
Avni.
He's right, but my request is please let me
Yeah,
finish
okay.
it. So
But
we'll
if
have
I'm just no, then you know,
we'll have to cancel it
am I
because
going to win the speaker?
yeah. So
What do you mean
because-
cancel it? I said
because-
Radha.
No, but it's wrong.
I'm not playing. Oh, it's wrong.
It's wrong. So the idea is
Okay.
please let me finish the
Okay.
the question.
Okay.
So unfortunately we'll have to
God.
cancel the.
Why
Oh
cancel?
my
But I have the
God.
right
But
answer.
see, you know,
You're like the game police.
Yeah, game police.
no.
Okay.
Let's
Okay,
keep it one
okay,
zero.
whatever.
Let's keep
I
it
have
1-0.
Faridoon hashtag game police on
Yeah.
Instagram and
Sorry.
Twitter now. That's
In
his
the
new-
film Bhootnath, who played the role of Juhi Chawla's husband? Sanjay Dutt, Shah Rukh Khan, Anil Kapoor, Ajay Devgan.
Shah Rukh Khan.
He's right. 2-0.
No. Okay. I don't even want to play anymore. Since you
He's
yelled
upset
it,
with game
since you
police
yelled at me.
changing the rules.
This
Contest
is really,
is
really easy. This
I
is
got
really
my own speaker, bro. I got BMW. That shit. Okay, come on, let's go.
in the film. No, but this is worth it. Trust me. It's,
I can
it's
see.
cool and compact,
Yeah.
and it's like
Yeah.
really
It's a
plays. The
napkin.
music is really nice. In the film Golmaal Again, who kills Parineeti Chopra in the film?
Kareena.
Kareena said another goal ball.
Okay.
Let me please
She was-
complete the. Prakash Raj, Murli Sharma, Nilitan Mukesh, Sachin Kherekar.
Who? What is this question?
Same question.
The actors.
3-0.
Okay.
You got it. So you still can.
Golmaal again
You
was a
still-
film where Parineeti was a ghost in which he's asking who had
Parineeti
killed
was
her.
in Golmaal again?
Yeah, the one where Kareena was pregnant, so they had to cast somebody else. No, for
that was
once.
Parineeti?
Yeah.
Okay, film Ruhi starring Janvi Kapoor, Rajkumar Rao, and Varun Sharma was directed by whom? Amar Kaushik, Hardik Mehta, Indra Kumar, Amit Mishra.
Dinesh Vijan. He made it, no?
Hardik
He was a
Mehta
producer.
directed it, he's the producer.
Director.
I think he directed it. I can see his touch in it. I can. It's nice.
You may be winning, but
It's a good movie.
He's won the quiz
It's
with his
very
answers.
good. Oh, no, that's
So Amar Kaushik, Hardik Mehta, Indra Kumar, Amit Mishra.
Amit Kaushik.
Arey, Hardik Mehta made Ruhi.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
4-0.
Amar Kaushik-
He's won the thing.
4-0.
Amar Kaushik
No,
made
but
three
you're
and
playing for
one.
pride now.
Yeah. Yeah, playing for honor.
Who played the ghost in the film Great Grand Masti? Lara Datta, Sonali Raut, Urvashi Rautela, Rakhi Sawant.
I'm hoping it was Urvashi.
He's right.
Okay,
One.
that's
He's
who
right.
I would cast.
4-1. 4-1.
Is that
That's a
very
great
good?
comeback.
Thank
in
you.
the film Go Goa Gone, whose name was Hardik, Veer Das, Kunal Khemu, Anand
Kunal-
Tiwari, Abhishek Banerjee.
Kunal Khemu.
Yeah, he
But no, he had.
No, he didn't.
No,
I
don't
will
disqualify
discuss.
him. No, be partial. It's okay.
4-2.
It's देखो partiality ना. You didn't.
It's
No,
like-
it becomes
it's like
more
the
competitive.
Indian team in
He got a bit
England
excited
right now.
because
I'm
he's not
accusing
getting the
this
points.
game police of match fixing now.
4-2.
There's match fixing allegation. I want an inquiry.
You know, it becomes more interesting because now he's interested. You know, he's come forward
Just
now.
for views.
Film
Faridoon.
Bhool Bhulaiya is getting a sequel with Kartik Aaryan in lead. Who is the lead actress? Vidya Balan, Kriti Sanan, Ananya Pandey, Kiara Advani.
Kiara Advani.
Kiara Advani.
Yeah, Kiara Advani. 5-2. You know,
How
there's
many
still
more are there of this boring game? Like, I'm sorry.
No, no.
Yeah.
It is. You made it very interesting.
Yeah,
Trust me.
thanks.
See the video. In the film Lakshmi,
need
in
to
the
screw
film
me.
Lakshmi, who played the role of real Lakshmi? Kiara Advani, Rajesh Sharma, Sharad Kelkar, Ashwini Kalsekar.
Ashwini Karasar. Ashwini, my friend.
Sharad Kelkar.
Sharad Kelkar. He knows everything. 6-2. In the so the song Aao Kabhi Haveli Pe featuring Kriti Sanan belongs to which film? Lakshmi, Ruhi, Stree, Golmaal Again.
Lakshmi. She's not in Ruhi or Stree.
But
Oh, she's in Stree.
Song Aao Kabhi Haveli Pe.
Yeah,
featuring
he said
Kriti
the
Sanan.
right answer.
No, it's 3.
Yeah, so he said after that he remembered he said us 3.
Acha, so it's a good it's a decent sort of score 6-3.
I have no interest in this game. I'm just here promoting my movie. You can do whatever you want. Show me that
So
thing.
we'll have to give it to
No, give it to him only for the
Arjun.
answers.
Arjun.
He's giving.
What is it? It's not as bad as I thought.
you know, but I think we have one more. For rapid
My
fire.
lord, it's all yours.
You know, it reminds me of.
It's a harmonica. Don't put it- don't put it in your mouth.
No, no, I
Don't
think
put
for
it in
rapid
it
fire
reminds me
you
of,
can win it.
Of Shah Rukh in Kabhi Ha Kabhi Na. Na?
Yeah.
If you come to know that there's an evil spirit in your bedroom and you are not able to get out of the room, what would you do?
Seduce it. What else would you do?
Seduce it. Yes.
Okay, what is the funniest
He's a
thing?
mess.
What is the funniest thing you've heard about ghosts or spirits?
What's the funniest thing I've heard? yeah, what? How can you hear something funny about ghosts or spirits?
That bed के नीचे उनकी favorite जगह होती है.
That's quite
All
cliche.
right. If you could talk to the spirits, whom would you like to talk to?
So talk to spirits. I like to talk to
So many interesting
so many
people who have
interesting
gone.
people. Yeah, list is endless. Perhaps talk to my mum one last time.
Oh,
Of course,
that's
of course. If you could change any one thing about entertainment journalism, what would that be?
I think sometimes a little more research and a little more legitimate questions rather than speculation and trying to push and probe the person to give headline answers.
Of course. If you could go back in time and give an advice to
a
16
little less molestation also when you're answering.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, the badgering, little less badgering and a little more space to have an opinion, informed opinion as an actor, as a human being. थोड़ा space मिल जाए कि we can also form opinions.
Of course. If you could give go back in time and give an advice to 16-year-old Arjun Kapoor, what would you say to him?
Beta, you are going to lose weight and you're going to lose 50 kgs and become an actor.
And you're going to be fab.
And then after that, don't ever gain it again because that process of gaining and losing again is a mind screw up. So take care of yourself a little bit.
If you ever make your debut as a director, whom would you like to direct? Which actor would you like to direct?
Ranbir Kapoor?
Okay. One actress apart from Kareena you think Saif shares a rocking chemistry with?
Me.
Reactive following in one word, box office clashes.
Now unavoidable.
Pay-per-view release on OTT.
Difficult to do in India. Pay-per-view difficult in India.
Bollywood remaking South films.
Going on since time unknown.
Okay. Answer your questions based on your experience of working with them. One thing very few people know about Saif Ali Khan.
Very long.
No, I mean, if I may say this,
Built like a bull.
He has that wicked twinkle in his eyes on most days, even after pack up. So लोगों को लगता है that he's playing a character and all. He's got that nice wicked humor quality even off camera. It's not just a performance.
Have you ever had a paranormal experience?
No.
Have you ever signed any film just for the sake of relations?
No.
So, would you say, with such rare word of mouth, your last film, Sandeep or Pinky Farrar, would have done wonders at the box office in a normal scenario?
I would like to believe so, yes. It would have done well, for sure.
What was Kareena's first reaction on Bhoot Police's trailer?
Fab,
Killing
really
it.
good, killing it, lovely.
Biggish.
Something about how it's shot. I don't know if horror comedies are her favorite genre.
If a female ghost falls in love with you and wants to marry you despite knowing you're already married, what would you say to her?
I mean, it's the best person to really have a illicit relationship with. Is a ghost will say, I don't know, it's a ghost. What did I do? You know, it's like I'm haunted. It happens sometimes in some
Okay,
books.
all right.
What was the question? Who would it be?
No,
If
no.
a female
would you be
ghost
okay?
falls in love
Would
with
I
you
be
and
okay with
wants to
it?
marry
No,
you?
no, of course not.
Okay. If William Shakespeare comes in your dream and whispers in your ear, what's in a name? What would you tell him?
Explain that.
I'd say I totally agree, but you know,
Others beg to
others
differ.
beg to differ.
All right.
And don't come in my ear again. That's what I'd tell him.
As much as I appreciate your work, this is my sleeping time. Yeah.
And you know, just don't. That's not the place.
What, according to you, is the biggest challenge in horror comedy films?
Getting different looking ghosts. An original plot, you know, plot, and also different
Solid
looking
VFX.
ghosts. Yeah,
Yeah,
VFX
by
that look
different ghosts, you mean
different.
solid VFX.
Solid VFX, ये थोड़ा अलग लगे because a lot of ghosts look slightly similar. And a lot of the situations that we put the ghost in are slightly similar. You know, on the ceiling or doing something or the head turning. We've done that. Now we have to get imaginative.
I think I'm sure that you guys would have loved to see it on big screen, right?
Yeah, and we will. We'll at least watch it on big screen.
I saw the trailer in the theater that day when I was just so happy seeing it.
Yeah. All right. Okay. If your character in Bhoot Police meets Shraddha Kapoor of Stree, what would they talk about?
Like, I don't know, you know, how's your producer? How's my producer? Well, my producer's fab. It's really good. Yours okay? Yeah, good. That kind of thing.
All right. Okay. Which is the scariest?
Yes, I release it. I mean, whatever. I don't know. No? What?
All right. So, which is the scariest Hollywood movie you have seen ever?
The scariest Hollywood movie?
J.
I think when they remade Ring, it was really scary. Otherwise, Exorcist and Omen when I was small. Fright, Nightmare on Elm Street. What an idea for a movie. If you're having a nightmare and the ghost scratches you, you wake up with the scratch. So if she kills you, he kills you, you die.
Right. Okay, if you're stuck in a haunted house for a day, with which two actors would you want to be there with you and why, apart from Arjun Kapoor?
Is anyone interesting and you know, supernaturally talented, like someone who can keep the ghosts away. I don't know. Interesting.
Who are the actors in a haunted house with Saif?
Right.
Can you help me with the answer?
He said,
How
"Except
much trouble
me."
do you want to get into?
He
It's
said,
like that.
"Except me," so-
No, only Arjun.
If you were a girl and you had to impress Saif Ali Khan in 10 seconds, what would you say to him?
It's so easy.
You want to watch 2.5 Men in Bed?
Yeah, no, whatever. Just, you know, praise my height. Like you're really tall and, you know, you're really, really good looking, and I think you're
That's a pretty poor sales
fantastic
pitch
actor.
for...
I just, you know, anything vague, nice shirt even, any praise.
All right. If you could talk to the spirit of any one historical figure, who would that be?
Yeah, so many people. There's so many people. Maybe Napoleon. I don't know. Tipu Sultan.
If Kareena is upset, what is the best way to cheer her up?
You know, tell her something warm, fun, a little, not a joke, but
Or take her to London.
yeah. Yeah. Take her to London. Yeah.
बेवकूफ का मूड खराब टिकट बुक कर
Okay, a thing that every actor should learn from Shah Rukh Khan.
Oh, he's so much. You know, dedication. I mean, not dedication. Holistic, fatherly approach to projects. I love.
Yeah.
Loving so much.
He's like the person who
He's
holds
like
your hand through everything.
And even the way you guys-
and makes you pizza while he's holding it.
Yeah.
And the way you guys host events, I think, is fabulous.
That's just something, but he's just got a very sorted approach to what he does.
Warmth.
Yeah, and warmth and love, and he's a leader, and I have a lot of respect for Mr. SRK.
Do you believe in ghosts?
No, but you know, let them not prove it to me. It's like
Okay, do you think...
no here, but when I'm alone in some scary place, I'll be like, okay.
Okay, do you think film critics should stop giving ratings in their reviews?
I don't know, but I'm like, critics means, you know, they never agree. You read a couple of nice things and you're just getting happy, and then there's a bad one. Nobody agrees on anything. Maybe that's how it should be. Do you think they should stop giving ratings?
I'm just asking.
No, they should. They should give ratings. Ratings are what it's about. Now,
now there's no box office, so I guess
So now ratings are very
a currency for people to decide ना कि film देखने लायक है या नहीं.
currency. That's right. Exactly right.
All right. Since cop universe and spy universe are already in the making, can we expect a horror comedy universe?
They should. I think that I've heard a few producers talk about that. It would be nice, I imagine, if you have good enough characters.
But Saif would only ask for, you need new ghosts for this.
No, of course.
Horror comedy universe needs a good villain.
I have a point, you know, I'm sure. But yeah, you know, Boris could meet, but I think there'd be a lot of litigation.
Boris can meet three, basically.
No, can meet Vibhuti also, can meet
How will
us.
you meet yourself then?
Why not?
Oh, okay, so
Universe, like.
there's a lot of...
Okay, so I think Arjun will agree. So will everyone else present here that Saif Ali Khan has one hands down.
I want to give him mine
सिर्फ
also.
अपने rapid fire में नहीं,
Stereophonic,
आपके rapid
I
fire
can
में
have
जो उन्होंने
two speakers.
contribution किया.
I want to give him my speaker.
Does
Arjun
that mean I'm
Kapoor,
in a lot of trouble?
Arjun Kapoor, if you can please hand it over.
Oh, thank you so much, Arjun. We both got
Now
one.
we got...
This is a very good marketing gimmick by the Bollywood Hungama people.
We should have got Bhoot Police stickers behind and then said, yeah, we won.
Yeah, but this is cool.
Yeah.
It looks like it's well made.